All right, guys. There's a new article in DC Inquirer. The title: Senator Rand Paul calls for Soros-funded Manhattan district attorney to be put in jail. It's nice to see people get the fire in the belly again. People are angry. Uh, Sometimes anger and fear is the best motivator, and that seems to be the case here. Um, Before we continue, first a word from today's sponsor. Today's video sponsor is IPVanish. Get secure and private access to the internet. Whether you need a Wi-Fi hotspot shield or local network protection, we have a solution for you. IPVanish VPN simplifies online security at home and on the go with setups for desktop, mobile, consoles, and routers. It takes just one tap to defend your online data using our VPN app. Unite security and convenience through advanced settings that help protect your online activity automatically, so you don't have to remember. IPVanish is online security made easy. Sign up today at kofefi.click/VPN. Kofefi.click/VPN. Okay. This Tuesday, Senator Rand Paul weighed in on a potential Trump indictment, saying that Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, who would oversee the indictment, should be jailed. A Trump indictment would be a disgusting abuse of power. The DA should be put in jail, Rand Paul posted to Twitter. Rand Paul is committed to the principles of justice upon which our country was founded. He knows the prosecution is politically motivated sham run by a Soros-funded radical liberal district attorney. And as you might expect, Rand Paul was not the first Republican to tweet his support for the 45th and 47th President Donald J. Trump. Interesting. I can't say that the guy is wrong. If you are going to manufacture a crime to put a political opponent in prison, you belong in prison. Now, number one, I stated the other day that I believe in a fair system of justice. You know, Lady Justice, the blindfold, the scale, it's even, everybody gets treated the same. I don't give a rat's behind whether you're a president, and yes, I'm aware you can't indict a sitting president, a former president, a congressman, senator, elected official, dog catcher, police. I don't give a fuck who you are. The law is supposed to be applied equally to everybody. Right? You're not supposed to target people and then find crimes. You're supposed to target known crimes and follow them back to the people who did the crime or person. That's not what we have now. And I have news for some of you guys. I know some of you guys think you're the most Christian thing in the world. Your farts don't even smell. You're just the most perfect people in the world. But I guarantee you this. You could take literally any human being and put them under a microscope. You're going to find something. There are so many laws on the books, most of which regular people have no idea. You know how many people accidentally violate the law without even knowing that they're violating the law? So, if you were to put anybody, you could be the most Christian man, woman in the world. the chances of coming up with something are more likely than not. And it's certainly, once again, just because you're a former president, in my opinion, should not shield you from having to follow the law. If you're a former president and you broke the law, I'm not saying we got to like dig through and really like, oh, could we, we find it? No, no, no. I'm talking about, you like, not something like this Alvin Bragg where the statute of limitations away and we're just going to, we got to get him. We got to get Trump. No, 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 no. If a former president got busted breaking the law, I have no problem indicting that person. Why? Because you were the president? You should. No. If I've got to follow it, you've got to follow it. That's how I look at it. And I understand why you can't indict a sitting president because, look at the political nonsense that we've done now. It's to kind of prevent that. But at the same time, in my opinion, even a sitting president needs to be held to the same standards that we are. Right? That's not what we're seeing here. And something that a lot of you guys should think about is if they could do this to a former president, multi-billionaire, who has access to the best of the best lawyers, he's got a platform of hundreds of millions of people to talk to and get a message out that we don't. He's got surrogates. He's got, what could they do to us? If they could do this to him, what could they do to us? And if they were able to get away with doing this to him, you don't think that we're next? What do you think happens when they steal 2024 and get busted like they did the last two times? They're going to take people like me who say, no, 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 not so fast. You stole another one. And they'll stick us right in prison. You ever hear that saying, history repeats itself? I think that maybe it's time some of us go back and revisit history and relearn, assuming you can find accurate history these days, what these communist countries did. How did they act? What did these dictators do? How did they control and oppress their people? Xi Jinping, he just won his third term. But did he really? You speak out against the president of China, you end up dead. So people don't speak out. It's kind of the environment we're trying to create here, no? And you have people cheering it on. The DeSantis crowd. Listen, I don't like the guy. I don't pretend I do. Okay? I think he's corrupt to sin. I don't ask that you agree with me. You need to come to your own conclusion. However, a lot of the DeSantis people making excuses for the guy for not coming out. Oh, well, he's not running for president. Why? You need to run for president to come out and say that maybe we shouldn't use the system of justice as a political weapon or a weapon at all? You need to run for president to say that? Oh, because Trump has been mean to DeSantis. That's my favorite excuse. Oh, so Trump says mean things. What else is new? So now you can't come out and say that you don't support. And then he finally did come out and say 3 days later in a pre-scripted response. Come on, you might as well just not pretending it didn't exist, right? But it's nice to see, in contrast to a Ron DeSantis, a Rand Paul. Now, for me, I think Rand Paul's okay. I like his father a lot better, to be honest with you. Ron Paul was the shit. I love that guy. He was so brilliant. Rand Paul's brilliant too. He's a, I don't know. I agree with him on some things, disagree with, and that's perfectly fine. That's our system. I'm not. He's a good guy. He's just one of those. For me, it's not. It's his father was a badass. I don't know. Ron Paul was. I like that guy, but nonetheless, Rand Paul's standing up and fighting. I'm glad to see it, and I'll applaud anybody that's doing it. Another guy who surprised the ever-living crap out of me was actually Speaker Kevin McCarthy. A guy I did not want as speaker, a guy that, if we could be honest here, which we're gonna, it's my show, I still don't trust. I do acknowledge he's doing a good job. I can't say that he's not. I hope he continues to do what he's supposed to do. Could he regain my trust sometime in the future? Yeah, it's going to be difficult though. But I do believe people can change. I've in the past done some things that I wouldn't do today. I've totally changed, right? I know other people who have changed, so you could do it. But for somebody like me, he'd have to earn my trust. But I'd be a liar if I didn't say the guy's doing a great job so far. I hope it continues. Some people have unrealistic expectations. He came out saying that they're going to investigate this district attorney, and some of the comments, when I reported on that, well, how long is that going to take? Oh, so fuck it, don't do it, right? Guys, chill out, right? The guy's doing it. He came out in defense of Trump. He came out disavowing the behavior. He came out stressing that we can no longer allow our system of justice to be used as a weapon against anybody, regardless, whether it's a political opponent or a citizen or whatever. And now he's going to investigate the investigator. It takes time. At least he's doing it, right? His investigation doesn't solve all problem. That's never been the intent. It's oversight. It's to let us know. It's to look into it, right? Accountability. The guy's doing what he said he would do. And for me, that's a lot more than I see from some of the other politicians. Like the guy that thought he should be silent for 3 days and wait for the donors to write his response. Just saying. We need to continue to fight. Last thing, and then I'll end this. A lot of you guys feel like there's nothing that we can do about our situation. You're wrong. You're wrong. We just got to do the right things. We got to organize better. Jack Posobiec the other day, in response to the Trump arrest, said that we need to protest by doing a bank run. Boy, did that scare the shit out of people. The fake media. I had commented on it, saying that I thought it was a genius idea. I do. Do I think it's the idea? I don't know. I mean, we got to look into it a little bit. We got to organize and really talk about the details. What would the fallout be? What would the impact be? There's a lot to kind of figure out. But genius idea. We need more like that. I don't know that this is the idea, but that type of thinking is going to lead us to what is the best solution for us. But I think it's a great idea. And of course, Newsweek did a nice hit piece on Jack, calling him an alt-right, whatever. And of course, they mentioned me for being, at least they just said I was a Trump supporter, and they didn't say I was alt-right, whatever that is. And anyway, the point is this. We made them so goddamn nervous that they had to write an article about it. Why was it effective? Because they needed to push this Trump arresting to get us off of the fact that the banks don't have our money. They're failing right before our eyes. And this was kind of like, get them focused on this, right? When Jack Posobiec suggested a bank run, that scared the shit out of him because the money isn't there. If every Trump supporter tomorrow went to the bank to get their own money out, they wouldn't be able to give us all our money, and it would expose them big time, and it scared the shit out of them. We need more stuff like that. We need to start hitting them, right? A lot of people think, oh, there's nothing we could do. Da, da, da. No, no, no. We need to be creative in our ideas. Donald Trump did say to protest, and I do think that we should listen. However, guys like Rudy Giuliani have cautioned, be careful, we don't need another J6, and I think both guys are right. I think that people need to keep in mind that a protest isn't only just people standing in the streets accomplishing nothing other than showing numbers, which is, sometimes appropriate. It's good. There are other ways that we could protest. For instance, that idea of the bank run, right? Once again, I'm not saying that that is the idea, but it is a great idea. It's an idea that does have the potential to work. It does scare the shit out of them. It's peaceful, it's effective, and it's legal, right? Just as that idea came about, so will other ones. We got to start spitballing with each other. We got to come up with a solution. But as I said, that's really all I wanted to say in this video. I'm glad that people have finally gotten the fight back in them. It's great to see. And we'll leave it there for now. Do me a favor, hit the like button. It helps get this video seen. Share it with your friends. That always helps too. Subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to check out the sponsors in the description below. You might have to click the more button to see it, depending on if it's BitChute or YouTube or wherever. And don't forget to take a look at IPVanish, today's video sponsor. Combat online censorship with the VPN from IPVanish at kofefi.click/VPN. The feds are watching every damn thing that we do online. You might want to hide your traffic. I don't recommend doing anything stupid. But nonetheless, I would encrypt your internet traffic. And not only that, it helps stop a lot of those pesky advertisements that they track every damn thing that we do as well. And it secures things for doing online banking. If you're on a Wi-Fi, it's real easy. You click one button and then you're protected. Because of my big mouth, obviously, I've been hacked several times since I've started doing the videos. And the second that I started using IPVanish, it all stopped. So I figured I'd share it with you. That's all I have to say here. Until next time. Bye.